Agenda West Side Beer.
Every time.
Guys, welcome to the episode of Into the West Comics. We got the giggles. Sonny is here.
What it do? Check out the shirt.
That shirt's pretty dope.
Thank you.
You said you got it at Walmart?
Yeah, man. Walmart special. You gonna play me out?
It's pretty dope. I'm saying
no,
it's
dope.
a nice shirt.
Went for like toothpaste and deodorant. And I was like, that is dope.
and get me a tea.
You know? So yeah, what's going on, guys?
Brother Marcus is here.
Hey,
I was gonna break down the whole go all Pentecostal on you, but I didn't.
all right.
Come through with the
You're
suit.
a Baptist
okay.
background, right?
I do actually Pentecostal and Baptist. So,
Okay, here we
yeah,
go.
Yeah, so I got both, a little of both. I'm
Jesus
used
is
to
his
both.
homeboy.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
pretty much.
Hallelujah to you.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it. It's hard. Sometimes you lose the religion. Sometimes with people, but you bring it, you get it back.
Brother Marcus.
We're gonna bring it back, guys. Last week we went with about 40 of our closest friends to watch Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
Good times.
Yes.
We're still hearing about it from a lot of the peeps.
Mhm.
They had a really good time. So that effectively kind of ends phase 4. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts. Maybe give me a couple highlights for the whole phase. And then we're going to get into some rankings as far as your top 3 phase 4 films.
Okay.
Who would like to start?
You want to go for it?
Yeah, I'll go for it. So, well, we're gonna do rankings a little bit later, but I would say some of the highlights were definitely it definitely ended well as a phase. Wakanda Forever was incredible. We all have some, things that we would like to tweak and touch up here and there, I'm sure, but for the most part, it was a good closing of a set plan.
I agree.
Very good. As far as shows within as well, they were very good. It's hard to believe that one of the shows, WandaVision, is phase 4. It just seems like so long ago. And so,
Yeah, that is weird to think about. That was so long ago.
Yeah, it's like, man, are you sure that's phase 4? It
Yeah.
feels like it was like one of the first phases. You just never know. But with the pandemic and everything, that kind of just made our time gauge of time just kind of wonky.
Yeah.
So definite highlight. For me, for the most part, it would have to be the Disney Plus shows.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Easy.
there's 3 or 4 solid films going that are in this phase, but for me, the Disney Plus shows were the ones that kind of captured my imagination the most. So
Yeah, I agree because there was some lackluster movies that we got. I mean, it was I don't know. We got what was it? 4 or 5 shows, or maybe was it an even 4 on both sides? I don't know. It seems like the Disney Plus were kind of like leading the fight.
right.
I had so much hopes for Multiverse of Madness, and then kind of seeing the way that they went, it brought me down. I was a little sad about it, and then there was some Disney Plus shows that didn't really do well, like Moon Knight, that I was super stoked on.
Right.
It was a disappointment.
A little bit of a disappointment. But I think for me, highlight wise, were the shows. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, dude, grounded, but it was amazing. The all-star for everyone, Loki, is an incredible hitter. I could put Loki next to all the movies, and I'll be like, this is like way better. So I don't know. It was an interesting phase, and we were talking about it in the parking lot. Like maybe this is just leading up to something way bigger.
We would hope.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Donovan was like, maybe this is like, you know, like this is the appetizer before like something bigger. So hopefully with all of the Kang stuff and, you know, Multiverse Saga, we'll get that bigger plate, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. It's been fun.
There's a lot of multitasking that they had to do in order to set up, you know, they're setting up this whole scroll the Kree thing that's going to be with Secret Invasion, that there's obviously setting up multiverse. We're in the Multiverse Saga, according to Kevin Feige. We wouldn't know anything from the post-credit scenes what we're exactly doing. But if because he made his announcements at San Diego Comic-Con and D23 and kind of mapped, you know, our plan out, sort of, you know, we kind of have an idea about what we're going with all of this. I think my most pleasant surprise for the whole phase was really how much I also enjoyed the shows. But I think that Hawkeye really caught me off guard. I didn't really know what to expect.
I think
I thought Kate Bishop was great.
We
a great character.
We all felt that. We were all kind of going around the room like, Christmas movie or Christmas show. Hawkeye, like what?
So this Home Alone, like what are we watching?
Yeah,
here?
like is this?
I don't know what we're gonna see.
What are we doing? And then solid. Yeah, every week I kept going. I was like, oh snap! Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm excited for next week.
It was cool to have that kind of a pleasant surprise. I would say Ms. Marvel to a certain level was kind of a pleasant surprise. It certainly started out like that.
Okay,
but I mean, with the Phase 4 films, I mean, I really don't know where. I don't really know what the plan exactly was. It didn't seem like there was a whole lot of synergy. There wasn't a ton of synergy with the shows either. Right. But it didn't seem like there were a lot of. They didn't really connect a lot of dots to kind of push some overarching. I thought it was fitting. Is like I read this, I think, on Twitter. So the guy who put it out there, he goes, it makes sense that they wouldn't have an Avengers film in this because they wouldn't want to be part of this anyway. Ooh. It was just like this phase was just the phase was just so weird to me. I mean, they made the analogy that it was like when Phase 4 that this MCU is about 14 years old, and when you're 14, you're very awkward. And Phase 4 was the awkward phase, and that's where we're at with this. So we're on to bigger and better things. I think with Phase 5 and Phase 6, they obviously have something kind of mapped out. We're really looking forward to what we're going to get. I think one of the hard things for us to get over is that we had 2 years, we had 7 shows and a special and 7 films. In 2 years.
Dang.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Like when you put the numbers down and actually kind of weigh things out, that is a lot, and especially with the time that we were given. I wish, I don't know.
We checked our math people. They confirmed the number. There's 24 months in 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So we had 14 projects, 15 projects in 24 months.
Yeah, I mean,
I wonder how much the pandemic had to do with
I'm
that.
sure a lot.
I'm sure. Well, the only thing, the show-wise, the only thing that was flipped was Winter Soldier and WandaVision was the only 2 shows that got flipped because there was a whole outbreak virus storyline that was
going to say the missing
Winter Soldier, and they had to remove that, and they kind of reshot and re-edited the series.
Yeah, it was going to be like too close to the COVID breakout stuff.
Was it supposed to be a longer show?
It was supposed to be a longer show, and there was supposed to be a longer storyline about it. So a lot of that stuff got scrapped. What was the like ginger that everybody hated? The
Carly Morgenthau.
Yeah, like they had a whole thing.
I hate the fact that I remember that.
Yeah. I'm pretty mad about that too.
Yeah,
I got a
didn't they
weakness
just
for
leave it?
redheads.
They should have just left it in.
They should have, but
yeah.
I mean, you know,
What does that do with the price of tea in China? What does that have to do with that?
they were trying to. They didn't want the views to get messed up. Which I want like a.
Everybody
you
was stuck inside anyway. I mean,
yeah, I would have liked to see how how dark they're kind of wanted to go about it, and
Right.
I think seeing the Ant-Man trailer shows a little bit of a darker side, and maybe that's what we're going to be moving into. Maybe they lean into it like, hey, we're not afraid to kind of lean things in a little bit more, and I don't know, we don't have to worry too much on Disney Plus, so let's just go a little harder. I don't know.
And they've kind of made adjustments on the fly too. Marcus and I were talking about it. I think when they kind of omitted Armor Wars, and then they had to the people were reaching out to Kevin Feige both through like social media, and people who are involved in Disney and Marvel Studios are like, we're still doing Armor Wars, right? I mean, that's still happening.
Do we still have a job?
And it's been turned. We still have a job.
Are we doing?
I've got a contract to make another movie.
No,
Am I
for
still
real.
doing? And then they turn it into a movie.
Yeah.
From a series, and I think that was probably pretty smart. There's a movie that, I mean, we're probably not going to list it as one of our top 3. I know I'm not going to, but I think if they went the route of making it a series, I'm talking about Eternals. If they turned that into a series, it could have played out so much better.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's built in. There's 10 characters. They just make it 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
Right.
It's kind of like a no-brainer to me.
Or even the not so cool ones. You get 8 main characters. You get 1 episode with 2 of them, and then the team up is in the 10th. You
That's
know what I mean?
fine.
Like that's fine,
Right.
and it would work. And I think it really would have worked better doing that. Because we've talked about this a bunch of times. There were supposed to be 2 more Eternals that they were going to add to this group.
Wow.
And that's already there's a lot of people I'm trying to get to know. Or
they
even
named the ship. It was a person.
yeah,
The-
that was another one, and
yeah.
then there was something else. I don't know. That
Dude,
wasn't on my list. I'll tell you that much.
I've tried to rewatch Eternals. I still haven't. I still haven't.
Juan's like, why?
Oh my! Oh my!
Have you watched the Wonder Woman movie again?
No,
Same.
no.
It's the same way I feel about Eternals.
Yeah.
It's like I saw it once. I saw it happen. That's good.
And that's
Yeah.
interesting. You guys say that.
I didn't
because,
rewatch it.
Much of my top picks are partly because of rewatch value. Like
Okay.
picks that I can say, you know what, I'm bored or I'm cleaning the house. I will put that on and rewatch it.
How many of
Any
these
episodes.
movies though would you want to rewatch?
That's none actually. That's
Wow. Okay.
yeah. It would be shows. I would rewatch the shows.
So Marcus, I really want to know what your top 3 is. I want to know.
Yeah,
your
'cause
phase
we've been
4
talking
top
about it
3.
for a
Really
minute.
Get around it. I want to know what your
I'm
top
trying to
3
dance
is.
around it until you say, "Hey, let's do it."
No,
Let's
that's
go
your-
ahead.
that's your thing.
Let's go ahead and get into your top 3.
Top 3 MCU Phase 4
All
movies
right.
or shows.
So it's difficult to kind of just. I at first wanted to maybe mix the 2 films and TV shows, but
Spoiler alert, that's what I did.
yeah. But if I were to do top 3 Phase 4 in general, both movies and TV shows, all 3 go to TV shows.
Oh,
My number 1 is WandaVision.
okay.
My number 2 is Hawkeye,
Oh,
and 3 is Miss Marvel.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are all 3 that I think have very, very good rewatch value. You can literally put any episode on, watch it, and feel satisfied.
Okay.
So for me, Miss Marvel was an interesting pick just because of nostalgia, just growing up in that era where you had Lizzie McGuire, you had all these Disney Channel shows that that were fun and funny to watch. That Miss Marvel kind of reminded me of that.
Her family was really cool. Like
Yeah.
her whole supporting cast.
Her whole
they were
supporting
fun.
cast. She was adorable. They did her kind of origin within the show very well. It was very classy, dignified, cool special effects. It was nice. It was a nice brief break from all the other stuff that's going on, and it was very well executed. Hawkeye, very solid, very grounded, excellent pacing, excellent action, great acting.
So good.
Just solid.
It was a solid show.
It was just absolutely solid. Any episode.
Yeah.
Turn it on, I can rewatch it.
Yeah.
And then WandaVision was just full of it was new, it was fresh, it had you just like, oh man, where is this gonna go?
To boner jokes. That's where it went.
Eventually to a boner
To
joke.
a boner joke.
Yeah, that was definitely a mega troll. That was rough. I was like, man, really? Like, guys,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I happen to really love Vision
Yeah.
as a character,
Mhm.
and Paul Bettany, he plays that character perfectly.
Yeah.
He-
Fair enough.
He is perfect. So seeing more of Vision was very good. Seeing White Vision was also very good.
Yeah.
That was very cool to see the tie-in with the comics and all that. Full of anticipation throughout that whole show, whether it be
Mephisto.
Yeah. You got Mephisto. You got her kids, which pays homage to the Children's Crusade story arc.
Yes.
Young Avengers. You got maybe there's a hint of some Fantastic Four, like when Monica mentions her science or engineer friend.
her engineer friend.
Right.
Oh man, I thought that was
I
gonna be
was
Reed.
like, oh yeah, was that or even just the reveal that this was all Scarlet, which is this is her world. She
Yeah.
manufactured herself out of her grief.
Yeah.
That's just so
It's strong.
powerful.
Yeah, it's powerful.
So powerful.
I agree.
And I mean, if you were to put the last 2 episodes of that show together, that could have been a movie by itself, just between both visions, doing their thing together, and then you had just the destruction, and then you had all the agents
Everything
on the
coming
outside.
down.
Yeah, it was just amazing. Agatha Harkness. That is a Fantastic Four connection, actually.
Yeah.
Agatha.
True that. True that.
So for me, that was it was great, and it was new, it was fresh. Can't say.
Okay, so I don't want to. I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire a little bit.
Oh yeah,
You give me 3 shows.
right,
So if you're putting the shows and the films all together, like you're making one big list,
right.
what is your favorite movie? What movie do you put highest on your list?
Okay, so in all honesty, it would probably have to be, and I don't know if it's because it's just new feature bias or what, but it would probably be Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
Oh.
Just because I did enjoy Namor. Namor. He was awesome.
He was.
He was an absolute monster.
He was
Yeah.
great.
It was a very good. Obviously, I'm not going to ignore the issues I have with Riri. I'm not going to do that. No.
Well documented. You can
Yes.
watch our reaction last
Oh
week
man.
to get in all
Yeah,
of
I'm gonna get
We're
into
not-
that.
the
Get into
passionate
some of that later.
So yeah.
criticism.
So yeah. So Wakanda Forever definitely on top. Black Widow is right next to it.
Interesting.
I think Black Widow was underappreciated just because it was late.
Yeah.
Again, it was a victim of the pandemic.
Yeah.
We saw some mistreatment because I think Scarlett Johansson, she actually sued Marvel.
Yeah. She was
stuff
pissed.
so
Something
there-
happened.
Yeah, so there was some drama there, and Marvel's
Smoke
very
show.
yeah. I mean, Marvel seems to do a better job of masking and keeping their drama within.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas
Well, that's Disney, man.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, if you talk about anything,
right.
anything.
Whereas with the WB, Warner Brothers,
Oh, yeah.
their dirty laundries everywhere.
Everywhere.
So
There's hijackings and kidnappings. And
yeah,
The
there's-
Flash hit somebody
Karaoke
with a chair
fights.
at a
troll. We
karaoke
got
bar in
bots.
Hawaii.
We got bots everywhere trying to harass executives, whatever.
Yeah.
Texas pacifiers.
But yeah, Black Widow to me was an underappreciated film. It was great. It was pretty grounded for the most part. It had its over the top action sequences and whatnot, but
For
it was very solid film. I think it was a victim of it being delayed
That's fair.
due to pandemic or whoever made those decisions to delay it.
That's fair.
And then the third one would probably have to be shoot. Let me refer to my list real quick.
Go on
'cause,
the notes, player.
Yeah, because it was a hard one to figure out. Actually, actually, it would be Doctor Strange. Actually,
Okay.
just because I enjoyed. Oh yeah, because I enjoyed how they introduced America Chavez.
Okay.
Yeah, she held her part. I love Doctor Strange anyway. Cleo being introduced towards the end, that was really cool.
Got a little creepy on some horror movie vibes.
Yeah, we got the Sam Raimi thing going.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the biggest, thing about that movie would be is I think Paul mentioned it last week. It's pretty inconsequential in terms of moving whatever greater vision forward.
Yeah. And I think that was a big problem with a lot of movies. Phase 4. You know.
Right.
Sonny, what about for you?
Yeah.
I did a little bit of a mix. I don't want to get in trouble. Should I do 3, 2, 1 or 1, 2, 3?
In trouble.
I got in trouble last time. Everyone was pissed. You were pissed. You were upset, and I don't want to make.
Started 3.
You know,
Started 3.
started 3.
All right. Work your way up.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier was incredible. I thought
This is movies and
movies and show. I'm talking
combined,
about Phase
Yeah.
4 as a
Phase
total
4.
movies
Boom.
and shows. If I was to have a Mortal Kombat list and you were to like go up the mountain to fight Garo at the end, you know, I'm going to the top. I'm a super nerd. So anyway, I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier, just how grounded it was and how good it was. The storyline did get, I guess, reshot, and we don't know what would happen with this other one, but
Sure.
I'm very much so grateful with the one that we got. The new Captain America at the end was dope. Costume was so incredible. I would put number 2, the only movie that I would put in standstill or above, I guess the next show rather would be Shang-Chi.
Whoa.
I
yeah.
enjoyed that movie thoroughly. And I think the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon vibes and the
Sure.
the
And some same actors.
right, yeah, no, the origin behind it. I love the mystical stuff, and at the end we did kind of get a little bit of a teaser of what could happen forward. So I kind of got a little bit of everything that I wanted from it. Fight scenes were amazing. I think
Yeah.
best fight scenes we've had in like Marvel stuff since the elevator scene with Captain America. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that's my favorite.
Mhm.
Number one always, and anytime we're talking about anything, it's Loki, dude. The fact that we get Kang from Loki, amazing. The fact that those actors did what they did. I hope that the next season is just as least. I don't need it to be better. If it is, amazing, but please just be as good as season 1 because that was incredible. And what we get from everything that comes forward out of it. Kang is such a badass.
It seems like Loki had some of the same sort of
Cheers.
I got the same sort of enthusiasm with Loki that I did with WandaVision.
Yeah.
Like literally anything could happen.
That was my thing because every
Yeah.
episode I'm like, oh, they can go as far as they want, and then you find out there's
Right.
different Lokis, and there's that whole episode where there's an alligator Loki. Like it's just how far, you know. So I think my list for sure, and it does suck that there's not the movies on my top 3 because I think that's where it all started was these awesome movies, and we wait for these crazy post-credit scenes, and you talk
It's
about
definitely
it
a
for
lot of hype built into the movies.
100%.
And when you get through the process of maybe it's because they show like 47 trailers for
sure
every movie,
Yeah,
and they say
yeah.
this is the last trailer, and, they
And
show you another
we're
one.
we are losing a lot of the excitement from it. Like I was watching the John Wick 4 trailer, and I'm like, oh man, they're kind of showing us like kind of a lot. I hope that there's not
like
like
giving away plot points.
yeah, you know. So I don't know. Phase 4 to me was the awkward stage of everything, and I'm hoping that 5 and 6 are like 1 and 2, and like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So what you got?
Well,
What's your list?
I think that speaking really quickly about just Phase 5, I think that we are going to get into. I think they're gonna take their time to kind of let it breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the fact that I know I get really excited about the stuff I'm hoping for payoff, but
Yeah, of course.
starting with Secret Invasion and then following up with Quantum Mania, which we'll all be going to see again. By the way, we'll probably be in the same theater.
I think it'll be the same theater,
Yeah, same scenario.
same seats, guys.
We'll keep you guys posted for that. Same seats, same seats. That's my seat. That's my seat. For me, I am including a show in my top 3.
Okay.
Number 3 for me would be WandaVision.
Okay.
I just like the way that they showed Wanda dealing with her own version of trauma
Yeah.
and her creating this universe, and they start to show you her power and her abilities and
Yeah.
how dangerous she could potentially be. And we got that when we got to see her in Doctor Strange. I didn't include Doctor Strange in my top 3, but I really enjoyed WandaVision, and
Yeah.
I loved Wanda and
great.
her chemistry with just the 2 actors are great.
Great.
Lizzie Olsen and Paul Bettany. They
killed it.
They've got great chemistry. They're just fantastic. It didn't give us the payoff that we were hoping for, but it was
Unfortunately.
ultimately it was a really fun show to watch. I enjoyed it, and it kind of had that anticipation every week. We were like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where is this
I don't know
going?
what direction we're going, and
What is happening?
paying the homage to the shows. I'm old. I mean, I like watching the shows during the different decades of the TV
sitcom
shows.
stuff. Yes.
I really enjoyed that.
That was really cool.
I thought
Very
that was
creative.
Really
cool.
creative idea. I like that.
For me, number 2, and it's going to seem kind of like as a surprise, I think would probably be Shang-Chi as well. I thought Shang-Chi was probably my second favorite Marvel film.
Yeah.
And I like the mystic. I mean, a lot of people will say that the thing is very repetitive as far as them showing storyline. The guy who's going to be inheriting the
power and then
ability.
the dad is evil
all
and then
of
the mom
that.
has the saving right,
But there was something about him, the supporting characters.
Yeah.
Now you've got this built-in spoiler alert if you haven't seen Shang-Chi. I mean, they've got this built-in thing where his sister is taking over
the underground.
The underground, dude.
It looks cool.
That's really cool. But number one for me is probably Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Oh,
and it's just because of getting to see them on screen all together.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that so much. I liked seeing it was the first time that I actually, Shane, cover your ears. It was the first time that I actually really enjoyed Tom Holland in the role of Peter Parker.
Fair enough.
I didn't really care for him in the other two Spider-Man movies because they had this sharp contrast of him like, I'm saving the world, I'm fighting Thanos, I'm doing all these
and now
galactic type of things, and now
friendly
it's
neighborhood
like
Spider-Man.
we're on our field trip in Europe, and it's like, oh golly, what's going on? I don't know what to do. Gosh, I'm confused.
Fair.
I got caught with my pants down with
Fair.
a hot super spy or whatever.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
That's fair.
No Way Home for me is just that you've meshed all of the different Spider-Men
Yes.
and their universes. It was really cool.
Universes.
Universities?
I
don't know.
I just say
But
universes.
I thought that Spider-Man: No Way Home was probably number one for me because
That's
it
fair.
felt like the one film that we actually had some anticipation and we got that.
You got what you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That was a cool thing to me, and I enjoyed that movie a lot, and
Yeah.
that has rewatchability, even though I can't stream it yet. But you have rewatchability. Sony's trying to get their situation figured out with
So lame.
giving access to the stream. We're supposed to already have Far From Home and Homecoming on Plus,
Well,
but they can't figure it out.
They got Amazon Prime just got another Spider-Verse something. It's what is it? Silk Sonic, Spider-Man Silk Sonic or something.
There's I don't know, man.
It's Silk. They're doing like a TV series for Silk. Yeah. I'm trying to act like I didn't know what was actually happening. I know exactly what is happening.
I knew you were going with that.
Amazon Prime is doing a Silk TV series live action. So
Well, that's cool.
but why isn't that on Plus? Or I guess the Sony there.
And it's the thing,
It's like,
Sony,
yeah.
that it concerns me about Spider-Man being in the Daredevil show.
Yeah.
That's what it makes me a little nervous that he's not going to be in it.
There's still some
Yeah, that's
ownership.
There's some
Yeah.
ownership stuff.
Going-
There's some
okay.
paperwork stuff going
They've got
on.
a contract to where Sony has to put out a Spider-Man film like every 2 or 3 years.
Oh,
okay. And if they're giving you Spider-Man like on loan to be
Right.
put in your Disney Plus show,
Uh-huh.
they're not getting any revenue from that.
Mm,
You're putting him on there for a different streaming service.
yeah.
They're not going to write Sony a check for him to appear on Daredevil Born Again.
Huh.
You don't think there's just like a contract thing? Like,
I
hey,
wish
you
there
get
was. I
like
hope so.
You get like a 2-episode thing. You get whatever $600 million, whatever they're gonna pay Disney. Disney will pay them to do it.
I'd love to see it.
Right. You
But
don't think that's
I don't know.
gonna happen? That's interesting.
I'd like to see it happen, but I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah. Maybe that kind of goes. That kind of might explain some of the stuff with Silk in terms of the comic books as well, because there's not been really a good ongoing series with Silk in it. They've always been like little minis.
A lot of miniseries,
Yeah,
5 and
so-
6 issue
yes, and
miniseries.
she
For
has
those
A
who
lot of
don't
them.
know, Silk is like a way more badass Spider-Woman.
Yes. And so it's kind of interesting because it's like, okay, maybe they just do the minis because there's still some ownership issues. They might have a limited license or limited permission to use her.
That's super
for a minute.
interesting.
You know, some of that stuff is very intriguing. You know, all the legalese of intellectual property and stuff like that.
I would love to just be like a fly on the wall of like whatever these like meetings are where it's
Right.
like a bunch of suits and they're like, Spider-Man can't go in this movie unless you give me $100 million. And then like another suit's like, no. Like, so, I don't know. That'd be
I want
really
a Disney pass to take my family to the, I don't know, California Adventure.
unlimited Disney passes for everyone. You can have Spidey.
Yeah, that's the settlement. Guys, thank you for going over phase 4 and breaking it all down. We've answered all your
welcome.
phase 4 questions. I'm sure you won't have any other questions. If you guys could do so, we really would appreciate if you take time to consider adding us to your pull box. We would appreciate it so much. Comment down below and share with us your favorite phase 4 moment, film, show, just a moment in general, down in the comments below.
Yes.
You can see us here every week on Thursday live at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
Sonny, thank you. Brother
so
Marcus.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
We're going to go listen to some gospel music. Guys, we will talk to you
trap
soon.
hip hop is
Some
my
Christian
favorite.
trap hip hop
Is my favorite like subgenre. I'm really
All
into
right.
that right now. It's gets me really going. You know.
All right.
I
Praise
can
him.
relate and feel like
It's taco time.
yeah.
Are we having tacos?
Absolutely,
Taco
bro.
Why not? Why not?
It's taco time in
Take care,
America.
guys.
Later.